Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you America's top foundational health coach, Dr. Joe D.
Hey there, I'm Dr. Jody Bear, and I am absolutely over the moon and back. We know that there's a solar and lunar eclipse happening this next week. And boy, today on Life's Milkshake Moments, it started this Thursday right here, right now. I'm Dr. Jody Bear, known as America's top foundational health coach for over 4 decades. I've been honored to say that my clients during my private practice that I had the brick and mortar building, over 35,000 of my clients reclaimed, regained, and reestablished their lives with weight loss. Over 1 million pounds of toxic fat lost. But that's only part of it, with a 5% recidivism rate, because of what I do in the foundational health coach is pristine clean. It works like none other. And now that we've unretired and we've gone into what I'm doing now, 49-time best-selling author over the last 4 years, unretired, and now going into our second book, The Essence of a Woman. My goodness gracious, during this time, I can say, and I'm honored that over 3,000 of my client patients have reclaimed, once again, regained, and reestablished their lives post-COVID. Long COVID, any illness, because sickness and disease is when your body is ill at ease. Sickness is disease, as you're going to hear from our wonderful guest, our amazingly A-listing iconic woman herself, Dr. Khallilah Camacho Ali. You will hear her talk about and be a part of what I know. It begins and ends with emotions. It truly is the emotional pillar. What she has done in her life is iconic unto itself, besides being married to Muhammed Ali, because she attracted that in her emotions. I believe in this stress-filled time, ladies and gentlemen, we attract these emotions that, as we all say as practitioners, the issues are in the tissues. So let's get those issues out, shall we, today? Let's have our own solar and lunar eclipse, because no health feels as good as optimal health. No food tastes as good as health feels. And when you take care of yourself and you and your world, the world around you is empowered forever, forever, forever. That's what Dr. Khalilah says about her story of forgiveness and healing. Those issues are definitely not in her tissues. Why did I say this? Because when you go through something, you will get through it. That's what the amazing Les Brown says. What you're going through, you will get through. You will get to that other side. You will get in there. And that is your story. And it's your story no matter what. That is your life's milkshake, because life is like a milkshake. Choose your ingredients wisely. And when you do, life will be, oh, so sweet. It begins and ends with you in your life. It begins and ends with you when I can truly say it's that frequency. It's that frequency that begins and ends with you. It's that frequency of what you do in those 6 pillars of health: spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, financial, and then it ends with the social pillar. It starts with spiritual. Dr. Khallilah Camacho Ali is an ordained minister. She's got a doctorate in divinity. She got her mental mindset correct. It talks about her book, Undefeated, The Untold Story, that I'll be referring to in just a minute. The untold story of my forgiveness and healing. Dr. Khallilah is one of a kind, as we all are. But what is that kind? It's that choice, that mental pillar, which feeds into your physical body and then makes you emotionally sound. Mindset, skill set is truly it. Physically, it shows up in your disease or your body being at ease. She talks about a lot of being at ease. And then it shows up in your emotions because the issues aren't in your tissues. Usually, I don't begin an introduction this way. Why am I this time? Because Dr. Khallilah Camacho Ali, right now, ladies and gentlemen, is in Bangladesh. She is having this tour. This is a pre recorded interview that we did as she was not just getting her Lifetime Presidential Achievement Award, as I see in my studio here. Oh, no, she was bestowing these Lifetime Achievement Awards because she's such a humanitarian and she is in absolutely this parallel universe of frequency with the President of the United States. She was able to bestow from her foundation people like Riddick Bowe, Super Bowl champions, Major League Hall of Famers, NBA All-Stars. But Khallilah Camacho Ali found time behind the green screen as they were doing their dress rehearsal to have this interview with me. What a champion. Not just Muhammad Ali, but his wife. What a champion because she champions for women. Why is this important for me, Jody, with Healthopedia? Because we're going on beyond Healthopedia. As you can see, our beautiful book, our hardcover that's going international, from international Amazon bestseller to New York Times bestseller. Why is that important? Because absolutely, we're going to the top. We are undefeated in Healthopedia, in your own health, when you can decide to take care of you and your world first. The world around you is empowered forever. When you can take care of your mental mindset is your skill set, which starts, as I mentioned last week, in what I felt was my own personal gift to you during this spring festival of the resurrection of my Savior and your Savior, I hope too, talking about the spiritual pillar and the redemption of Yahusha. Take a look at that one. But then we go into Khallilah Camacho Ali. We're absolutely feeling that spiritual. Then we go mental. Her mental acuity, 9th degree black belt, her physical presence. She has the energy of a 35-year-old. And then we go into being at ease in her emotions. She truly has just capitalized on undefeated. Undefeated, the untold story. Now it is told. You can get this book on Amazon. She has her own publishing company. It's called The Greatest Publishing because she is the greatest. As I said, she found time to be backstage in the green room. So you see this whiteboard. Who cares? The whiteboard tells you that what is success? What is your milkshake? What is your milkshake moment? It is showing up. And I'm grateful to say that Dr. Khallilah Camacho Ali is our anchor author in our book, The Essence of a Woman. We're already down to just about starting our editing. How exciting is this to have a person, a woman, so absolutely part of the essence. She has an essence of a woman. I will say that we have 2 availability slots. So if you're interested in this essence of a woman, I'm going to put this up on our screen. I'm going to put it up so you can be a part of this iconic book. Other authors will include and be included on there. Her Royal Highness, the Princess Mouridine Ojanwe of Nigeria, UN Ambassador, Forbes 100 financial analyst, financial mogul, Dr. Shirley Liu. She's been on our screen already and on our show. Samaya Brown, the youngest daughter of Les Brown. And then we have Christina Doty, a young millennial. She has the largest non-for-profit human trafficking consortium. I don't know what even to call it, but just a mission, I guess, on the east coast of Florida. Those are some of the authors that I can share with you, and many, many more will be doing this. But I want you to grab that. If you are just in the morning, just go to mybook.to, Healthopedia. You can go ahead and get this book, Healthopedia. You can go ahead, as it says, Healthopedia 365. Always go ahead and like, subscribe, share this broadcast. But when it comes to getting these books, just grab your copy and you can be a part of this book, and you will find it here. It is your copies, Dr. Jody books. There are 4 of them, and then you can go ahead. Do I sound like I am just a walking advertisement? Yes, because those 2 slots are going to be yours. I know that. Healthopedia, Dr. Jody /Healthopedia. Go grab your slot, grab your chance, because when we can be a part of that, when we can know, it will be absolutely, absolutely amazing. Amazing to you, amazing to me. So be a part of Healthopedia. Make your own milkshake. Bring it up to the top with your own ice cream, whipped cream, sprinkles, and the cherry on top. But today, as I've said recently with our esteemed guest, this one is definitely Dr. Khallilah Camacho Ali. But I want to give a little more homage and honor. It's who you hang around with, who you show up, you go up with. And Blanca Perper, absolutely extraordinary networker. She's part of one of the largest injury law firms, Major Peruis, in Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood and Miami. Walked into her room. This was my life's milkshake moment. As I looked around this room, she was getting a promotion, full partnership. In the middle of the day, there was a disco ball. I'm going, oh, this is a youngest crowd. It's going to be 4 hours. Let's see, what can I do? And over there, I saw this beautiful woman sitting down. And I went over to, I said, hi, are we the best looking 2 women here over 40? And she said, we sure are. I said, I'm Dr. Jody Bear. She said, I'm Dr. Khallilah Camacho Ali. I said, Ali? And she said, yes. My goodness, that's how we began. We sat there and talked through the disco ball. I believe that Blanca Perper thought I left. No, I was just sitting down with her first guest. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, your life's milkshake moments happened because somebody comes into your life. Somebody comes in where they just make all the difference. And I can truthfully say this, Blanca made the difference because I got to meet Khalilah. And then guess what? Together, we're making the difference in our Essence of a Woman book 2.0. I know you will get so much out of what Khalilah talks about the essence of a woman. So I was just inspired as we were talking. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? On each and every show coming up, twice a month, until we launch our book on the 8th of August, we will have this going on. It's going to be a sneak tidbit. Now, I say what my age is by this. Remember, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Well, this is where in the world is Khallilah Ali. We are going to have a segment where she is, what she's doing, what kind of humanitarian efforts, so we can follow her progress starting now in April through May, June, July, until we launch August 8th. Mark it on your calendar. This book with these amazing world-changing women will be out. But in the meantime, in honor of me 70, Dr. Khalilah in Bangladesh at age 74, here is our sponsor, Live Freely Proactive Aging. If you don't have someone that you don't know in that category, you're not living. It's either you or it's someone you know. Take a look, take a listen, as this life-changing device could change their life and the lives of their caretaker. Livefreely.today.
Aging seniors face a variety of challenges when it comes to their health and well-being. Now, there's a way to take control of aging. Meet Buddy, your personal health assistant. Buddy is a cutting-edge digital health solution that empowers seniors and their caregivers to be proactive in aging. The platform works on smartwatches worn by the senior and paired to their phone. Buddy automatically detects, predicts, and prevents falls. If a fall is detected, your loved one's watch will vibrate and display fall detected, I'm okay, or help me. At the same time, an alert is sent to the caregiver and a 5-minute countdown begins. If the alert is not addressed within the 5 minutes, Buddy will automatically connect to 911. Many times, a loved one is prescribed a walker or cane when they become a fall risk. Through Bluetooth and gamification, Buddy encourages the use of assistive walking devices by providing points that can be converted to gift cards. Buddy also reminds your loved ones to take their medications on time. One of its most innovative features, Buddy uses all the data it collects to create a personalized baseline and measures deviations to alert of potential health issues. Gain greater connectedness, peace of mind, independence, and security through Buddy, your personal health assistant. To learn more, visit www.buddylife.com.
Former wife of Muhammed Ali. Academy Award-winning actress. Author. Motivational speaker. Aviator and filmmaker. Humanitarian. Martial arts 3rd degree black belt. Dr. Khallilah Camacho Ali, our anchor author for The Essence of a Woman. Now, you know that Khalilah just didn't do this, building her own milkshake. So it was with pleasure that you're going to experience, feel her passion, her mission, her vision, and where she is going. As I would say, a woman, along with myself, being in her 8th decade of life. Welcome to Life's Milkshake Moments, Dr. Khalilah. You just fill my heart with such joy.
I see the love. That was a beautiful presentation. I couldn't do it better myself. Thank you so much for the love and spreading the essence across the world. Thank you so much, dear. You're amazing. You cease to amaze me. You're great. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. I appreciate you.
Dr. Khallilah Camacho Ali. Oh, yippee. I'll tell you something, Dr. Khalilah, you're going to get that down in your inbox. Sure, you use it wherever you wish. As we're going to do, as we partner, I said to your great friend here in Raleigh, North Carolina, you took the time out to do just our quick segment that we're going to put into our program. As you're in Bangladesh next Thursday, it will be Life's Milkshake Moment. We're pre-recording this now. You will see the whole thing as you partake, as you're going through Ramadan, as you're doing this, as you've got this award-winning book, as you are just amazing to me. But what I can say, it's the truth what I said to Peter today. It was love at first lentil bowl.
It was.
But I forgot something, because it's always friends of friends and friends. I want to give a big shout out to Blanca Perper. Without her and her beautiful expose when she was promoted, I guess, last year at this time, Khalilah, to your partner with her legal firm. And I remember I walked up to you. Now, it was kind of a youngish group. I'm going disco music on Sunday, almost morning, noon. This is 3 hours of boop, 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 boop. It's like, that's
I know it.
And I thought, this is a beautiful woman sitting over there in that table. I'm going, I'm going to get to know her. And I walked up. I said, now, aren't we the two best looking women over 40 in this room?
Over 40. I just had a birthday, St. Patrick's Day, too.
I know. We're exactly. You're March 17th. I'm February 21st. And you said,
right.
and I said, I'm Dr. Jody Bear. And I said, and you said back to me, of course, I'm Dr. Khalilah Camacho Ali, like Ali. You whipped that picture out, and it's never been the same ever since.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. I feel great. It's kind of funny. My mom would call me every time I have my birthday if I'm not with her. She said, "Oh, that's so nice. We made it. We made it again, another year." And she would say that. So this time I said, "Yeah, Mom, we made it. I'm 74 now." And she goes, "Excuse me?" I said, "I'm 74." She said, "Really?" She said, "Oh my goodness."
And she is still alive. Is that a fact?
She'll be 74 this year, 94 this year, and she looks like they're over 50. I'm serious.
You got some good genes in that family, and that speaks a
Absolutely.
lot.
I'm taking it all in.
Oh my goodness gracious, what a legacy. So just give a few minutes to our listeners. If you don't know who Khallilah Camacho Ali is, the former wife of Muhammad Ali, well, unfortunately, you've had your head underneath a rock someplace. But I mean, you are so out there, and his legacy, keeping Muhammad Ali's legacy alive. It is such a beautiful story. But tell us you and your story.
Yeah. Well, my story is basically as a young girl, instead of going to college, I went and got married. And I was 17. And the Muslim women back in those days was like kind of sheltered, right? And the empowerment of women was just getting started when I'm going to send you this clip that I just found out about, is when the Muslim regime started empowering women. And that was in the early 70s. And I was one of the women that was exposed in the newspaper and media for the first time, a woman that ran the Muslim newspaper. So I was one of the chief photographers that they gave me a title to, and they taught me how to develop the pictures and everything. And I always kept a camera in my hand to take pictures. I was the first one to make the yearbook in the school, like that. That's how it began. And then they showed me as a teenager, saying, "Well, this woman this little girl ended up marrying Muhammad Ali." So the whole story of that, I'm going to send it to you when I'm done. But the empowerment of women, I've done so many things, but a lot of times my job that I had traded for is kind of undercover kind of work. It's like being a martial artist, I began to be a security person for different famous people. And it's not something you expose. You don't let people know, like, if I'm a security for Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, it's not something you would just say, "Well, this woman is their security." It's something you kept undercover. You wouldn't say what I did, where I was, or why I was there, other than being just a guest. So it's just something you just don't tell anybody. Lately, somebody just called me and said, "Oh, Khalilah, you're on Netflix." I says, "What?" He said, "Yeah, the pop singers that was trying to get the artists together for We Are the World. And I happened to be shown there with Stevie Wonder doing security for Stevie. And I didn't even know it was being filmed. But I would, tell him which way to walk and where to walk, because and then I would give him his juice or something, at least I could touch or give him. And it showed just a little seconds, show all of that in that one film on Netflix. So it's playing now. I'm around I would say 9 minutes and 30 seconds. You'll see me in the film.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be looking for that. And I'll tell you something.
I'm going to send it to you.
Please,
so
please.
What happened was, sweetheart, so when I do security, and I'm talking about Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and a few others, Michael Jackson, and there's something you don't expose and let them know who is doing their security. It's not safe.
Right.
It's not safe. So most of my stuff is undercover. I even tried when I was married to Ali. I didn't even want him to know I was a karate champion. Because he's he's a challenger. Until one day he came home in the house 3 o'clock in the morning and just grabbed me behind my and I flipped him over and I just got ready to bash him. I go, oh my God.
Welcome home, honey. You just don't know.
I said, oh my God. And he never carried a key to the house since then. He was just, yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna let you know I'm coming.
Oh my goodness. Well, I want to make sure, because I'm a triathlete and a yoga master. I'm not a ninth degree black belt. Is it ninth or third? We may have made a mistake.
Ninth. It's ninth. Yeah, the third. I was like 8 years old, but 8 to 10 years old by the time I got to my third degree.
Because I said third degree black, but I promise you, this is the only time you'll see that video. It'll be changed to ninth degree black belt. No. It's the difference between a sprint triathlon and being in an Ironman. I got you. But I mean, so here's this, you're multifaceted. And I've just got to say one thing about you personally, because when we talked and we met on our cup of lentil soup with Dr. Jim, my partner.
It was so delicious. Oh my God, that was great. I got to go back there.
Oh yeah, we'll do that again when you get back to Florida. But the idea is that here's a young girl gets married at 17 and you've got a DR in front of your name and it's not an HON, it's not honorary. And I really want to honor you for that. It's a real DR, Dr. Divinity. Here you went through all of your schooling. Talk about challenging the status quo being a Muslim woman. Please just share a tidbit about that.
That's right. And you know, back in those days, even non-Muslim women, like the Caucasian women, started out fighting for to vote, just women. Period. It doesn't really matter what your nationality or your race is or your religion is, because women has always fought for their freedom. They've always fought and had to, try to be on the platform as equal to men, because it's just not fair. There are people who are good in what they do. I mean, women were fighting to be doctors. Women have, no matter what they were, or what religion they was, or what color they were, they all had to fight their womanhood. They always had to fight. They always, and they don't have to prove themselves to anybody. All they have to do is give the equal opportunity to do what they know, because they're good in what they do. As far as women are concerned, and I put this specifically on all women, is that women are natural mothers. You don't have to have a child to be a mother. You can just train and coach a child to be who they need to be. Motherhood. Yeah, a lot of people feel bad because they don't have kids, and mothers say they're naturally mothers, whether they have a child or not.
They're mothers of the world and whatever. And that's right. We're going to get to essence of woman, but you want to see what my coffee cup says? Of course, it's my name.
Oh my goodness! I mean, Mama
Bear. You don't mess with Mama Bear. See, coffee cup.
That's great.
We take charge. We mother the world and we protect the world. I mean,
that's right. Always have and always will be, and they don't have to have a title to do it. We are automatic, because they didn't name Mother Earth they named Mother Earth for a reason.
Boy, isn't that truth? And you talk about being Muhammad Ali's partner. I want to come, and I'm going to put this up on the stage. I'm just going to say, when we exchange books, and it says to Jody Love, Dr. Khalilah, Camacho, Ali, enjoy, and then I think you've got some Arabic word down here. I'm not sure what it is.
That's my name in Arabic. That's my autograph in Arabic.
How fun! But I picked up your latest book. You're on the road right now. You're in Raleigh. When I say that we're going to be doing a segment, where in the world is Khallilah, Camacho, Ali after Bangladesh? Then you're going to be at this book signing. Stay tuned for Healthopedia Network on our YouTube channel, Healthopedia 365, on Traverse TV, on Instagram. You're going to be following with us now that we've partnered together. Where in the world is Khallilah Camacho Ali? But your book, Undefeated.
Yes.
When I say it's a page turner, I didn't stop. And I'm not as much of a reader as my husband. I'm more of a speaker until I got to the back page. Congratulations on such
Thank you so much
family for your former husband, for you and your mission. So give us a background. I know it wasn't easy. I knew it took you a while to write the book.
Yeah, it took a lot of healing. It took a lot of forgiveness. It just took a lot. And I at the time that Muhammad Ali was putting out his book, we was going through divorce. And this is something that you'd have to just get a grip on. Is something that you don't expect to happen. I didn't expect that to see ever that I would see I ever have to divorce this man. I just didn't see that coming. But things happen. Life is real, and people do what they do. And it's just a woman should not settle. A woman should never settle or on something that she have a good, strong heart about. In other words, if you're in a relationship where you're disrespected, abused, and it just keeps going on and on and on, and you see that there's not going to be a change, a woman can detect if something's just not going to heal. She can detect it, and she'll give it a time. She'll give it a try. She'll give it she'll settle for a minute just to see how it's going to be. But once she knows that this is not going to work, she needs to let it go, because a woman has not only pride, but she has respect for herself. And she should never let no one disrespect her or hurt her or make her feel uncomfortable. And it's okay. But this is the thing. When you leave out of that situation, don't leave out bitter.
No.
Just always learn from what's going with you. Learn, make it a lesson, and be appreciative too. Because if I had not divorced Ali, I would not have learned anything because then I would be settling for whatever happens to me. And that is not going to happen. A woman has a right to be happy. She has a right to be at peace. Marriage is supposed to be something you're happy with your children, the way you work with your children, your husband. And if you do not feel comfortable in your own home, this is the most safest place that any woman could be, is in her home with her family.
Yes.
And if you're not comfortable in your home, you need to let it go.
Because it's a nest.
Yeah.
It's a nest. And you didn't settle. I want to come back to the story that you told Doc and I over that the lentil soup. Because when you first met Muhammad Ali, he was Cassius Clay. You talk about not settling. That story, talking about the 6 pillars of health, that where you listen to the spirit, you got that download. Just tell us that snippet of how you didn't settle that one first moment you met who was to be Muhammad Ali, please.
Yeah, well, see, the only thing about it is when I first met him, that's in the book, he said he was Cassius Clay. And it's not an Islamic name at all. And I told him, I said, you're not going to be famous with that name. You need to get a name of respect and honor. Matter of fact, a Muslim name. Because I didn't feel he was going to be famous with that name. So I said, you need to have a Muslim name. And then when I convinced him that it would be best for him to be Muslim, because if you want to be famous, this is your ticket. And then now, if you look at it, they gave him my father's name, and because Muslims don't usually take Christian names if they don't want to, and he ended up getting the name given to him, my father's name, Ali, So he's actually carrying my name. So if you read the book, you'll find that out. Mm-hmm.
Well, and the fact that he gave you
But
that,
but we started building our legacy through that, you know.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so think about it, that you didn't settle. You said, no, you need a different name. And, you know, I'm not going to take your autograph. I'm sure that that's kind of like, he didn't forget who you were.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, for real, for real. So from the beginning to the middle to the end, how was it for you to write this book when you said, I finally got to the end? Because 4 years is a long time to go.
Yeah, it is. But so what happens is, the thing of it is, and all women should hear this and take note. When I saw this happening to me, I couldn't understand why it was happening to me. But when I forgave him and I realized it wasn't happening to me, it was happening for me.
Yes.
So a lot of times men, I mean, a woman, she wants to go all the way up to the top. She doesn't want to stop in the middle, stay on the lower level. She wants to grow. A woman who is visionary and she knows what she wants and she wants to see what she can afford in life and know what she can do in life, she should stay on that page, because a lot of times the men that you're with don't want to follow you up to the top. And see, and then and unfortunately, it was a good reign. It was a good time. We settled with her, but I forgave him when we just became friends, and it was better that way. And we had conversation, no matter what he did or what he did in the past, it didn't matter. I threw that all away and just said, hey, I learned from this. This is something that, thank you for opening the door for me to expand and grow. And thank you for that. Thank you for putting me through all of this painful situation, but it was actually a benefit to me. And so I said, thank you. And we didn't have any hard words with each other. I was able to write the book without saying something I didn't want to say. I'll take back what I would say if I was angry or hurt or in pain. So you just don't do that. You just go ahead and accept what it is. Forgive that person, but always remember that person that came in your life that you loved once, and there was something about him I loved. I still love that part. If he grew in a different direction, it's okay. It's okay. He can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. He can have his freedom and do whatever he wants. And I'm happy for him. If he's happy, I'm happy.
Well, and see, Khalilah, you
Not
said
doing all that crap.
But Khalilah, you said something so important. Just, this is a woman talk here.
Yes.
As we move into the essence of a woman, what you did is that you decided that you made a choice, that mental and emotional part, because women have an emotion a month. Let's face it, we do. No, it's emotion a minute. Emotion a minute. You chose not to be emotional about it. You took the mental attitude, I'm going to feel better, so I'm not bitter.
That's right.
And through every page, I can say, get the book, go on Amazon, buy the book. It's that good, because if not for you, there's a woman out there that's in the bitter mode, and you wrote it, and you can just tell that it's from the place of gratitude. You just do. It's
a lot of these women they're in pain and they're hurt. And just because that person hurt you, that don't mean you can't forgive them. You must forgive them, because you have learned from that. You have learned from that, and you need to grow and keep it positive. Don't be angry and bitter about what happened. You don't get angry and bitter when you're learning something good, right? So you should be more submissive, because in certain cases, we women have children by these men. And the mother and the father should stay connected to their children. The children needs both essence of their mother and the both essence from the father. And you have to calm down, don't get emotional, and just try to talk to your husband. Now, got some men that won't listen. They want to hear it. And they say, well, I understand you don't want to hear it, honey, but you know what? we have children and we have to be a part of their lives. So get off your high horse and just be calm and relax and talk to me as a human being.
And if that
Sometimes,
doesn't work,
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But this is the thing. Don't be angry and bitter.
no.
Don't go down that path, because you're on an upper hand path. Your
Yes.
essence to be great is being built. Your crown is being created.
Yes.
And your jewels of your crown has to be created. And it cannot be created without having compassion for forgiveness. You have to
Yes.
forgive. Yes.
And kindness. And, you know, I suppose if you have to go ahead and get a 9th degree black belt, if he comes on for you, and you can flip him over the head and say, don't you forget that, bring the key. You know, I'm in charge here if you have to. But in all seriousness aside, that's such a beautiful message. And the kindness and the lovingness of the words, they jump off the page. I've got to congratulate you for
we stay friends, because
Yes.
when they divorced him, then he started remarrying. I told exactly what the woman was going to do to them. And he said, how did you know this? And I said, well, this is what these women are for. They're there to take your money. They don't care about you. They do not love you. They just want to be seen on sight. They want to be in the papers. They don't know. They want to be in my place. So now that they're in my place, they have to reap the benefits of what I went through. And now that they're going through the same thing, now it's not so pretty on the other side as they thought. So when certain women like this disrespect themselves and start flaunting themselves in front of their husbands, in front of their families, there's something wrong with that person, you know? And you don't need to be there. And I feel sorry for women who try to break people's families up. And if they succeed doing it, it's a very sad thing. And then they, on the other hand, end up going through the same thing I went through, but only they just got a little money on the side. So don't let money be a catalyst in order to make you who you are.
The 17-year-old girl that got married became a doctor of divinity, aviator, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, 9th degree black belt. I'm going to put that in. Then you think about it. And Academy Award, check out the China Syndrome. My husband, Bob, and I watched the other night because I knew we were going to do that. I said,
really?
Town, look at you. And then we're going to look up We Are the World at 9 minutes. When we do put this on, I promise you. Thank you, Khalilah. This was amazing.
You are amazing. And I want to thank you and hope and pray that you continue doing your work. I'm going to keep your book as a guide. And just by listening to your book, it's given me a vision to get back in my book and start writing things that might help women in the future. So thank you for that, because what you've done with your book, the health and pedia, was it pedia?
Like
encyclopedia. I think that's so amazing. And that there's some things that I could tell a couple of women myself that might guide like them. And this giving me inspirations. So I'm gonna be writing a book too for women to let them get out of this emotional state and quit making this all that, because we have to control the thermostat when it comes for our men and our children. We have to be cool. We have to relax. We can't, it's not all that bad. So the fact that you stuck on a man for this and stuck on a man for that, be your own woman and guide yourself with respect and promise, because your children are watching you and they want to be guided by you.
Absolutely. You know? And what we know with this right now, Khalilah, I mean, I'm going to tell you, I'm really having a lot of fun here. I really am. I really am. It's coming up here in just a second, but we're going to go ahead and show something that's near and dear to my heart. As I said, we're going to get on in. We're going to go on do, and we'll go ahead and say, this is the essence of a woman. Don't you love that picture? And
I
there
love it.
we are. This is our essence of a woman. Can you hear that story? Can you hear the story, ladies, of the 38 authors that are going to be with us, Khalilah, in this book, and two great men, Dr. James Marinakis, and then an ND, and who I call Dr. Glenn Depke, the happy hormone doctor. But here I have the picture. Here you two are. I wanted you to see this. And there we are with our bowl of lentil soup.
That is amazing.
Here we are.
I want to tell you something. Can I tell you something? I want you to tell your husband to thank him for supporting you and letting you be who you are. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Tell your husband, I say thank you. He is a true hero to me for giving you your platform and supporting you in your platform. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Absolutely. You know, we were down in Boca, and unfortunately you couldn't come and see us. But we're going to do it again in Colorado with this book, our book.
God willing, I'll be there, baby.
I went ahead and introduced him. I said, and there my husband is in the background. I just call him Gunga Din. He was carrying water for everybody, getting natural shots for the production team. Do they need some more? I know where Publix is. See, because we women do that for our men. So this is what I want to do in this next segment, Dr. Khalilah, because it really is. She's going, I don't even know what town she's in, what country's in. She's going to be in Bangladesh during Ramadan and whatever. So we're going to do a segment on Traverse TV and Healthopedia 365 on YouTube. And it's going to be called, Where in the World is Dr. Khallilah Ali? Wasn't she amazing? My goodness gracious. The woman behind the man. Am I bragging about the essence of a woman? Perhaps yes. I want to give personal just thanks and recognition to my virtual assistant, Gwen, over in the Philippines. Amazing video. You will see it everywhere. And Dr. Khallilah, feeling life, being her own undefeated. Wouldn't you agree? She truly, truly is that kind of a woman. But women, you can be too. Everyone has those seeds of greatness in there. I love that saying that she says, oftentimes, I think the seeds that were planted were buried in the ground. Who knew it was going to be grown an oak tree? That's exactly what she's done in her life. So in knowing that, mark what we'll be doing next week on the 11th. I'm bringing in what we'll be doing, these oak trees that are already full grown. You will be seeing our summit, which is our speakers. You know these people. See? And my nose itches even when I talk about them. Kimberly Meredith, medical medium. Rex Sykes, the mentalist. And Jamie Kerr, the mind kite. Just personal development, mental health expert. In this day and age, you want 3 people that can really be your people that you can count on. Well, all you've got to do, it is this free event. It is free. It is absolutely free. Healthopedia presents the medium, Mindkite, and the mentalist. Go to healthopedia.com.eventbrite. Healthopedia.eventbrite.com. I'm sorry, I said this incorrectly. Healthopedia.eventbrite.com. So it is the medium, Mindkite, and the mentalist. Healthopedia.com. And yes, it's Healthopedia. Sometimes it comes up pediatric. It comes up all kinds of things. But what we know is that we've got this. What we know, we have a medium. This is why this is going to be really great. The medium, the mental, she will be doing readings for those that are pre-screened and come up on stage. So she's going to be doing readings. Rex and Jamie are going to answer questions about what they know and who they are. Healthopedia presents the medium, Mindkite, and the mentalist. Healthopedia.eventbrite.com. This is a free event. And not only that, from Eventbrite, you get a $5 off coupon for each and every book that you will buy for Healthopedia. Don't you want this book, whether it's hardcover? Don't you want to save? And don't you love a coupon? This is truly an encyclopedia of a book, and is truly one that belongs in your reference library for preventative health. So in order to say that, I want to just come back to Dr. Khallilah Camacho Ali. Be a part of 2.0. Be a part of this. You see, you got a dose of her. Here she is having lentil soup with me. That dose with my partner, Dr. Jim Marinakis. Dr. Glenn Depke, who has been here, will be a part of that amazing, The Essence of a Woman. And here she is being such a servant leader, holding my book, The 21 Days to Your Best You. But hold your future, hold her in your hands. Come next Thursday, hear from Kimberly Meredith, Rex Sykes, and Jamie Curl all at once on Life's Milkshake Moment, the mental health edition, the mental pillar edition. Then make sure you come down and see us on the 4th of May. On the 4th of May, we're going to go in. On the 4th of May, we're going to go in and be a part of what are we going to do here? The mental pillar of health, like no other. Healthopedia presents. It's a free event. You will get coupons galore. Just go to healthopedia.eventbrite.com. You must register with your email address, and then you'll get the link to the Zoom. You must register to be a part of this epic event. And then by then, we'll be heading on down the road with Dr. Khalilah and find out where in the world she is this next time. But until we get together next time, just remember that life is like a milkshake. Choose your ingredients wisely. And when you do, what is it? It's oh so sweet. I want you to just reflect back for just a minute. How did you feel? And what was that sweet moment that you had with Dr. Khalilah? What's that sweet moment? Take it into your household. Take it into your household, ladies, especially into dinner time. So this is what I say. Make your life's milkshake. Make it something that only you can make, just like Khalilah did. Start with your children. I want to reiterate this. If you're a woman, start with your children. Your dinner, bedtime, carry it in with you for the next day, and always follow us on Healthopedia 365, our YouTube channel, giving you amazing insight, amazingness when it comes to what you have with you and your health and all 6 pillars. But amazingness is you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And like I can say, more than anything else, health is not something you do, but it's what you become along life's journey. Become you. Become that person, just like Khalilah did. It says, I am undefeated. Be seeing clips with Dr. Khalilah. Mark your calendars for May 4th for our medium mentalist and the mind kite in the mental pillar. Then go ahead and be a part of what we do here every single Thursday. Life's Milkshake Moment, starting back on the 15th, will be Mindset Monday. And whenever you do, in every single day, make your day the best that you can be and do with Dr. Jody, and do it the Healthopedia way. Ciao for now.